What's up, guys? Today we have Logan from Flytanium. He has got a ton of cool stuff. Dallas, we're going to be talking Flytanium. I know you and I love Flytanium.
You know what I got. They know what I have. They've seen it.
Heck yeah. Let's talk knives. What's up, guys? Welcome to Knife Banter. Today we've got Logan here with us. Logan, how you doing, man?
I am doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Dallas and I were talking about earlier how much we have and use Flytanium for customizing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked to have you on, man.
Hey, it's great to be here. And
so you brought a little collection of what you guys currently have and things you can do. I see that there's a variety of things along the way.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a little bit of everything for everybody. The thing that we really lean into is the ability to really personalize and customize your knife to your liking. So you can take your standard knife, not necessarily make it better. We still love the makers and what they do. But we like to add our own little flavor to it and our own flair. And I think that's what's nice about knives and Flytanium especially.
Yeah, and honestly, like I have drawer full of Flytanium scales, especially for the Bugout and a little over the top there.
That's your thing, Chris. That's your jam. That's your jam.
Logan, run us through what you got here on the table for us.
Yeah, we'll just go from here to here. First off, we have the Crossfade scales for the Benchmade Bugout. They add a little bit of weight over the standard, but some argue they're more rigid, a little bit more to handle. And we have a ton of different color combos. We have titanium, brass, and copper if you're looking for metal. A couple different carbon fiber options coming soon.
Nice.
And a lot of G10 and some micarta. So I really love this purple. We're calling it Purple Haze. And
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, you said something about adding a little more rigidity. That's 100% true. I love the Bugout, but the G10, for whatever reason, for me, makes this thing feel a little more robust, a little more sturdy.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't add too much, folks. The titanium, I'm a fool for titanium because it's easy to manipulate at home. But yeah, I think it really adds a little something to it myself.
So, okay, guys, my favorite thing about the Crossfade scales, do you mind if I check this thing out? Right here, it cuts out for the axis lock. So
Yes.
you get a little more purchase on that axis lock, the little jimped pedestal. I like that because it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, fidgeting, flipping, opening your knife. You get a great purchase on that pillar every single time. Honestly, I think it's really cool. And not only G10 and metal like you were talking about, but you guys also have micarta.
Right.
As well.
Yeah, and the micarta definitely adds a natural texture to it. So it's really familiar if you're somebody who likes to bushcraft or hunt. Get out there and have a little bit more rugged material in your hand. Yeah, it's a great application for the Bugout, and we do a lot of other little things. If you look in here tight, we've got our titanium thumb stud. All the screws in here are titanium as well, so you can really kit out your whole entire knife. And then the back spacer as well is titanium.
That's
so
awesome.
We love to have fun with it, and the Bugout's a great platform for that.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yeah.
Heck yeah.
I guess next up we've got the brand new 945 classic scales. This should look a little familiar to you. I think Blade HQ has an exclusive 940 that looks just like this, and I kind of jokingly call this Baby Yoda. It's got, kind of a little vibe there, but yeah, great platform as well. Like the Bugout, we offer G10. We have micarta. We've got titanium and brass and copper as well, just kind of where our namesake came from, I guess, is the titanium. So our 945s are just an awesome little everyday carry knife. If you have, some need to get away from your Bugout, Kurt, you might.
Whoa.
You might.
Them are fighting words, okay, Logan? Them are fighting
You
words.
might pick up a 945 there.
No, I like the 945, but I really do like what you guys do with not just scales, but all the little other knickknacks. And I think this really plays well as a transition into what you have next on the table.
Yeah.
You guys have, I feel like you guys have a little more fun things for the Spyderco knives.
Yeah, this is the Manix 2.
I love the Lord of the Flies reference.
We just updated the scales here. Added a little bit more pocketing around the choil here, and then around the lock there. It's cool. The Manix 2, we can swap out scales. We've got new cage locks there, and a lot of colors.
Is the lock titanium?
Yeah. So here, this one, the lock is titanium.
That's
and then
awesome.
We offer anodized titanium locks, at least on Flytanium's website.
Oh, that's cool.
But
Sounds
you
like
know,
a Manix is in my future, very near in my future. I'm gonna
Guys,
wait for that to come in
if
stock.
Dallas should get a Manix, say it down in the comments, and let's make him do it. Do it! Dude, that's awesome. I love that. I love that you guys do this cutout. Little ease of access makes it a little easier to access the ball cage lock.
I mean, leading right into the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, this knife has a lot going on.
That is full custom right there.
Right.
Full beautiful
And
is what that is.
I think the thing that has amazed me most with Flytanium is that almost no two knives are the same. Anodizing titanium has like a lot of room for just differences in the like the way the material is and can be manipulated. As you anodize, you're not necessarily going to get the same shade of blue every time. You're not going to get the same shade of purple every time. So with our hardware here, I mean, this blue really pops and contrasts well against our shred carbon fiber.
Okay, so you've got your screws, your pivot, and what do you call that on the end?
This is a lanyard hole stopper. And the lanyard hole stopper basically fills a hole that otherwise becomes a lint trap.
Yeah.
Right? So if any of you have carried a Spyderco, you know, like the hole's useful if you use a lanyard, but most of the time it just kind of gathers some lint. So
I like
it's
it.
great.
I'm not big on lanyards, but I do like the option to add a little piece of jewelry back there. You know what I mean?
And the patterned options in there just super cool and unique, and hopefully we can develop some more stuff here soon. Yeah, lots of wiggle room with the PM2. I heard Dallas has one. You have
I
a
do.
PM2?
My PM2, this is the bare titanium. I don't know if you can see that in there. That's what the titanium version of these Lotus scales look like. I like that lanyard tube stopper. I might have to.
Dallas is spending money.
This is going to be an expensive experience for me. No, I love the customizations, and when it comes to the Para 2, oh my gosh, oh, I love the Tonto. We just had those hit the website. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, moving on. I get excited when it comes to customization.
He does. He gets a little overexcited.
Well, that's good. I think that's the thing, right? Like we talk about knives regularly as like a component of our life and everyday life, and some of us use them more than others. That's the great thing about these is like we have a lot of options. If you get bored with something, there's another option. You could take an old beater knife. You know, say you have a Bugout you've used like relentlessly over the last few years. I do. I refreshed it with some scales and some other hardware, and it's like as good as new.
What you guys do is you provide the customers and the knife guys out there in the world, and I mean us, obviously, this opportunity to take one of our favorite knives or our favorite knives for a certain task, and we can completely make them our own instead of just leaving it full production line status. You know what I mean? Okay, so Elementum is next, right?
Right. This is the newest addition to our line, at least offered on Blade HQ's website. Pretty straightforward. The Elementum's a really popular knife. We wanted to kind of add a little flair to it, and did that with some a little bit thicker scales, but they're contoured. They just really add to the overall feel of the knife.
I own one.
One of these.
I currently have it on the table.
Whatever, give it
Here,
to me.
you
then.
hold that one. I'll play with mine. Knife.
That's nice. Dude, that classes it up really nice.
Right, and
So this is me showing him that I'm taking it very seriously.
it's like anything,
My
right?
Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
You got different levels of accessibility for things. Like
Right.
maybe somebody's not going to be able to find a Manix 2 and get that out and be able to customize it, just availability, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
But something like an Elementum, they're a little less expensive. You can play with them, you can beat them to death, you can have a lot of fun with them.
S35.
But for real, I mean,
S35.
they're a good budget knife. They have a ton of options, and then when you add the titanium scales to it, it just adds that much more class to it, and
Yeah.
makes it, pretty typical everyday folder, something unique.
Now we got a Bally on the table.
Right.
Can you flip?
Not on camera.
Okay. Okay, that's safe. I would probably say almost the same thing. What do we got, man?
Let's talk about this. This is the Kershaw Lucha. A lot of you are probably carrying this knife right now. You probably have it in your pocket or on your desk.
Absolutely. I actually have mine in my pocket. I've even got the Flytanium boot.
Kurt, can you flip?
I can, a little bit.
That's a
I'm
skill I
not
can't
scared
do.
of the live blade,
Right.
but I'm also not super confident that I'm going to catch it in the right spot.
So-
Okay, so
Yeah,
tell me
so
about
sorry.
the
Yeah.
scales.
Yeah, right.
Because I have
And-
the regular channeled Lucha scales.
Yeah. Well, you have our aluminum
Oh,
Lucha
yeah, yeah.
scales.
The aluminum,
And these here in particular are awesome. They're our sandwich construction titanium scales. Titanium is so awesome to play with, anodize, customize, and personalize. So these right here, same kind of thing. You can dip them and change them all kinds of colors.
If I'm not mistaken, they come in pieces, correct?
Yeah.
So you could anodize this one and this one, 2 totally different colors.
Titanium, again, it's an incredible material. We've been able to put it on the Lucha, and it changes the flipping dynamics a little bit, adds a little bit of weight to, maybe certain areas of the knife. I prefer a more handle bias Lucha, so you flippers out there probably know a lot more about this stuff.
So,
Let us know below what you think.
dude, I love the shirt.
Hey, yeah, Eldon,
Eldon
you're our
Talley.
homeboy.
Yep.
Heck
he
yeah,
is.
dude, I love Eldon. Eldon's such a cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's cool.
So relaxed.
Dude, it was cool this past Blade show to go and do I emceed the Bally comp. And it was cool to see Eldon there and all the guys there. Flytanium was there with the Tala song and all this stuff. Man, it's insane what you guys can do with a little Balisong, but I'm not gonna ever be on that level. But those kids are insane.
Isn't it amazing?
It blows my mind.
It's nuts, and we get video submissions all the time on
Really?
social. People flipping our knives or flipping, whatever we've put out there, and it's
cool.
it's nuts. And I don't know how their parents pay for the stitches.
Well, dude, that's awesome, man. I absolutely, guys, I cannot say enough good about Flytanium. I have literally half a dozen to a dozen plus Bugout scales, mini and full size.
Yep.
My favorite one that I have so far is this one that I picked up from you guys at Blade Show.
That thing's sick.
The Cerakoted camo pattern on the anodized titanium scales.
Yeah, no, those turned out great.
What a beaut.
I don't know, Kurt. I'm a little partial to my.
I mean,
Death Star
it's
titanium.
really
The
cool.
blue, and look at that. You see that? I don't know if you guys can see that in there. That backspacer matches my scales, my thumb stud. It's just awesome. Just saying. I don't
So
know, Kurt. I
pretty.
just flexed on you a little bit.
It's all right.
Just saying.
Guys,
Dude, I'll let you flex.
What,
It's
what?
guys,
cool.
and you're flexing.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, all right,
okay,
all
all
right,
right.
all
Let's
right.
see it.
I'm boring.
Oh man,
But
that,
this is like the Frankenstein knife here. I've got a micarta front scale, titanium back scale. So buy multiple sets and you can mix match. It's fun.
I love
That's
that
cool.
idea.
And then
It's not my jam, but I love that
I
idea.
got some other stuff here.
I love the accessories. I love what you guys put out. It's really cool. I love the option to be able to make my knife my knife. I mean, obviously
really like it.
Dallas does it too.
I'm just starting.
Logan, thanks for being on.
Thanks, brother.
Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys jump on the website, check out Flytanium. Our stock is constantly updating. So we'll catch you on the next one.
Welcome to the end screen, folks. If you like what you saw, go over to our playlist and check out our playlist over here. You can always check the website for any of the scales that you saw on the table, and we'll catch you next time.